Hello dear students, in this video we will talk about effect of change of pressure. In the previous video we discussed about effect of change of temperature. So let us start. So what is pressure? You must have known what is pressure. Pressure is nothing but the effect of force with respect to a given area, or pressure equal to force divided by area. Now, how the pressure is going to affect while changing the state of a body, that is from solid to liquid or liquid from gas, or vice versa. So we will see. Now you can see there are three cylinders in which the pistons are being kept in different places or different situations. So here this is the first cylinder. Now you can see this is the position of the piston here. Now there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 particles inside here. So for our consideration we are taking this one. There could be infinite number of particles. Now these particles can freely move here and there. Okay. Now what we are going to do in this case, in second case, we will little bit push the piston in the downward direction. When you push the piston in the downward direction, so what happens? Pressure increases. While you push something, pressure increases. So when you push the piston in the downward direction, pressure here in the molecules increases. So when the pressure in the molecule increases, the volume, they will get less volume compared to the first case. Now see here, this is the volume they are getting for their free movement. This is the amount of volume they are getting for their movement. So here their free movement is being resisted by a certain amount, by certain means. Okay. So here they were completely able to freely move. Here they are also able to move, but compared to first position, they are not that much free. Again, if you push this piston little bit harder in the downward direction, now see in this case they are getting very less volume for their movement. Here the pressure is very high. So pressure in this case is more compared to the second case. Pressure in second case is more compared to the third case, compared to the first case. Now in first case the volume is maximum, in second case the volume is moderate, in third case the volume is minimum. So here from this what we can conclude that if we increase the pressure, the volume will decrease. That is, pressure is inversely proportional to volume. If you increase pressure, volume will decrease. Okay. Keeping this one in mind, let us continue. So dry ice. Dry ice is a very important short question. Generally it is asked in your examination. Dry ice is nothing but the solid carbon dioxide. CO2, that is carbon dioxide, it is stored under high pressure. When carbon dioxide is stored under high pressure, solid CO2 got converted directly into gaseous state on decrease of pressure to 1 atmosphere without coming into liquid state. So here what happens, when you apply a very high pressure to carbon dioxide, it will become solid carbon dioxide. Suppose this is a container. These containers contain carbon dioxide gas. If you supply very high pressure, if you provide very high pressure, so when we provide very high pressure, initially as the volume gets decreased, initially the gas should convert itself into liquid and finally the liquid should convert itself into solid. But here what happens, carbon dioxide rather than moving into liquid, it directly converts itself into solid. That solid carbon dioxide is known as dry ice. So when the pressure is released, solid CO2 get converted directly to gaseous state on decreasing pressure. So when the pressure is decreased, the solid carbon dioxide, that is dry ice, will convert itself into carbon dioxide gas. This is the reason that solid carbon dioxide is known as dry ice. Okay. Thus, we can say that Pressure and temperature determine the state of a substance, whether it will be solid, liquid or gas. So in the previous video we saw that with the increase or decrease of temperature, how water changes itself into ice, water or sometimes in vapor or steam. So when temperature is decreased, the steam converts itself into water, then ice. So now in this case, we saw that when pressure is increased or decreased, carbon dioxide is transferring itself into solid state and gaseous state respectively. So the change of state depends on the increase or decrease of pressure or increase and decrease of temperature. Okay. Now see in this picture you can see when solid converts itself into liquid. In general, when you increase the temperature of solid, it will become liquid. This process is known as fusion. Okay. When you decrease the temperature of liquid, liquid becomes solid. It is known as solidification. Solidification means conversion of liquid into solid. Fusion means conversion of solid into liquid. Now this fusion and solidification happens at certain fixed temperature. Okay, fixed temperature. Okay. Now in this case, when the temperature of the liquid increases, it converts itself into gas. When temperature of the gas decreases, it will convert itself into liquid. Now, when liquid converts itself into gas, this process is known as vaporization. When gas converts itself into liquid, this process is known as condensation. Okay, so remember these names: fusion, solidification, vaporization, condensation. These are very important names. These are generally asked in exam. Now, when sometimes what happens when the temperature of the gas decrease, it directly converts itself into solid. So this process is known as deposition. When temperature of the solid increases, it directly converts itself into gas. Sometimes this is known as sublimation. So what is fusion, solidification, vaporization, condensation, deposition and sublimation? You should remember these names and how it happens. Notes: atmosphere, that is ATM, is unit of measuring pressure exerted by gas. So ATM is the unit of measuring of pressure which is exerted by gas. The unit of pressure is Pascal. The unit of pressure is also Newton per meter square, because pressure equal to force by area. Unit of force is Newton, unit of area is meter square. The unit of pressure is Pascal, but then in general we take Pascal as unit of pressure. 1 atmosphere, that is 1 atmospheric pressure, is equal to 1.01 into 10 to the power 5 Pascal. This is the value of 1 atmospheric pressure. The 1 atmospheric pressure means this is the pressure that everything we are also having. Okay, because atmosphere is trying to push us with these pressure. The pressure of air in atmosphere is called atmospheric pressure. So the pressure, if you measure the pressure of air in atmosphere, you will get this value. So this value is known as atmospheric pressure. The atmospheric pressure at sea level is 1 atmosphere, that is this value, and is taken as normal atmospheric pressure. At sea level, if you go to some sea beach and if you measure the atmospheric pressure, you will get this value 1.01 into 10 to the power 5 Pascal. This value is known as 1 atmospheric pressure. Okay. So here are some of the questions. Convert the following temperature to Celsius. So we know that 0 degree centigrade is equal to 273 Kelvin. Okay, we have 300 Kelvin. So what will be 300 Kelvin? Now see, if 0 degree centigrade equal to 273 Kelvin, then 1 Kelvin will be equal to minus 273 degree centigrade. Okay, If 1 Kelvin equal to minus 273, then you can find out what is 300 Kelvin and what is 573 Kelvin. So what will be 300 Kelvin? 300 Kelvin equal to 300 minus 273. Okay, 300. 1 Kelvin equal to minus 273 degrees centigrade. 300 Kelvin equal to 300 minus 273. That is 10 minus 3 is 7. 9 minus 7 is 2. 27 degree centigrade. Similarly, you can convert this one. What is the physical state of water? So, water boils at 100 degrees centigrade. So, this is 250 degrees centigrade. So, in this case, water is at vapor state at 100 degrees centigrade. At 100 degrees centigrade, water can be either at gaseous state or it can be at liquid state. Okay, because at 100 degrees centigrade, water can convert itself into vapor. Vapor can convert itself into water depending upon the latent heat. 100 degrees centigrade water plus latent heat becomes 100 degrees centigrade vapor. 100 degrees centigrade vapor minus latent heat is equal to 100 degrees centigrade water. So it can be either gaseous state or liquid state. For any substance, why does the temperature remains constant during the change of state? So I have already explained you this question in the previous video. So here let me give you a brief answer of this one. So here what happens, because during the change of state, the energy supplied to the substance is utilized to change the state of the body only. When the energy is supplied, that energy is utilized for the change of state of the body rather than increasing the temperature. Okay. Suggest a method to liquefy atmospheric gas. So what are the method that can be utilized for liquefying the atmospheric gas? So here I want you to answer this question on your own. I have already given answer of these three questions. Search in your book, you will get this answer, or else you can search this question in Google, you can get the answer. And you need to comment the answer of this question in the comment section given below. Okay, so this is all about this video. In the next video, we'll continue our discussion. Okay, thank you and have a nice day.